If you haven't had an opportunity to watch the pilot episode of Supergirl, stop listening now. Major spoilers, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, CBS has a hit on their hands. First off, let me just take the time to just bravo CBS. The money that they invested inside of this pilot episode shows me that they really put their best foot forward. They supported the directors, the producers, the script writers, all of the actors, the extras, everything that had to do with the production of Supergirl. So we're in for a treat, man. Let me just start off by saying I'm not going to compare it with Smallville. I'm not going to compare it with any of the other DC Comics titles as of right now. And the reason why is because I want this to just stand on its own and just enjoy this for the moment. There is going to come a time, probably, I don't know, episode 3, 4, and 5, where we start comparing it to other titles that are out there. Because, you know, time is what is most important and you don't want to waste your time. But this isn't the time for that. We're just going to enjoy this. I wrote a lot of pages, man. About 15 pages worth of notes from Supergirl. And we're going to go ahead and go right into it. Supergirl is a girl television show, okay? It's for girls, but it also does a really good job at giving something for men to hang on to, okay? Before I go into the negative, let's stay positive. So I'm going to stay positive the entire time. But let's talk about my list right quick. And that list is the good, okay? This is what I love the most about Supergirl, okay? And here it goes. I'm just going to read it down the list. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. The first 15 minutes of Supergirl will have you locked into Supergirl. It will make you cry. It will make you scream. It will make you shout. It will make you cheer. It will make you, I guess, have a lot of emotions inside of you all at once, and they will release, and you will be like, damn, this is what I've been waiting for. Now, I said I'm not going to talk about Smallville, but let me just say this. Everything that we wanted from the finale of Smallville, and if we got a Metropolis episode, that's what they gave us inside of Supergirl, okay? The editing, the acting, the script, and the cast was absolutely perfect within those 15 minutes, man. I liked how the message for girls was really, you know, pushed into there. It was really hit into the psyche. Every opportunity that they could give an empowering message to the female viewers, they gave it. Fort Roz, okay? If you guys have been following me on Twitter, I can't do it on Facebook, but if you've been following me on Twitter since the beginning of time, the location that I selected for my Twitter location is Fort Roz, okay? That's why I'm so excited, and that's why I placed this, you know, right below, you know, on number 3 as far as, you know, what we're talking about as far as the good. Fort Roz. If you don't know what Fort Roz is, just do a Google search. To make a long story short, it's the maximum security prison that was on Krypton, and it has all of the baddest dudes inside of it. They're all housed inside of there, and with the release of the planet, and whenever Kara, whenever she, you know, gets placed or shot out of the Phantom Zone, they open up Fort Roz, man. And what I love about it is that they actually show you what Fort Roz looks like, what it feels like, what it is to be in Fort Roz, okay? And I really like that. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, just go look, and then once you see the actual pilot episode, you'll be like, that's it. That's exactly how I envisioned it. The show is for men and women. There's a lot of diversity in the cast. I really like that because I had a podcast a couple of days ago that I uploaded, depending on when this uploads. Anyway, it's on my channel. I talk about the diversity inside of Hollywood and how it's important for viewers, and especially for money, you know, monetary gains, is if, you know, everybody in the world, you know, the 7 billion people in the population of Earth, they can, you know, turn on the television sets if they so choose to, and then they see someone that can, you know, reflect and represent them, and they feel good about themselves. It's really great. And also the message inside of Supergirl was about that, you know, whenever you place, well, not really the message about that, but I mean, the actress, she was talking about that, Melissa, she was saying that when she put on the, Superman or Supergirl outfit, she felt how strong and empowered that she was. And that's what it's all about, man. You want to, see that stuff in the cast. Strong female characters. If you watch Mad Max Fury Road, you understand what's going on here. Mad Max Fury Road set the bar high for any cinematic females going forward, okay? So Wonder Woman, Captain Marvel, you better watch that movie and hopefully, get some sort of inspiration. Supergirl does the exact same thing. You not only have Supergirl being the strong character that she normally is, you have her sister, you also have her mother, and you have her... No, I'm not going to spoil that. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But you have another character that is a female character at the end of the show that is also a strong character. But then you also have the leader of the newspaper place, which I forgot the name of it right now, and I will remember it in a second, but Cat Grant is her name, and she's a strong female character. This show is a family show, meaning that they didn't have any really inappropriate stuff. They had some, how do you want to say it, comments about maybe your sexual orientation. They had a moment where there was a little bit of flirting between a male actor and a female actor. They had a moment where there's some changing of uniforms. And that was probably about the worst that it got. They do have some things that kind of degrade women, but I think at the end, it lifts them up and empowers them. And it's always that message about, if you're uncomfortable with a woman being in power or Supergirl, then there's an issue with yourself that you need to work out. And I think that's what the message is. And that's why I said it's a really family show. I think everyone can sit around the table and watch it, get on the couch, eat some popcorn or whatever, enjoy this film, this movie, this TV series, and they'll get something out of it, man. Positive female image. I really like that. There was a moment where it seemed as if just for fan service for men, because, men are the ones that created, all these different characters, man. And we placed a lot of really, I guess, men-ish stuff on there that a man would be attracted to, especially with Wonder Woman and the bondage and all that stuff like that, Most men said they don't like Twilight and they don't like 50 Shades of Grey, but damn it, they sure do like seeing Supergirl, Captain Marvel, and many, many others, including Harley Quinn, inside of some really provocative positions, okay, on the comic book covers. So whenever we get to see, her leaving the skimpy outfit alone and then actually putting on leggings and covering herself up and just being a really strong woman with a skirt and being able to have, a very sexy image, but it's also a strong positive image to where you don't have to really hide yourself and hide your figure. You can actually be out there with it and be proud of that, but do it in a respectful manner. That was really great. I love that. Heat vision. Man, I said that Man of Steel's heat vision is the best heat vision I've ever seen in my entire life, and I don't know if anything can beat that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Supergirl just beat that, okay? Now, we're talking about different heat vision. Now, I don't know if over time it's going to change with color, and the more that she, embraces her power and gets stronger, her heat vision will change. We'll see that. It was bluish tint in this one, and her eyes were reddish. But in Man of Steel, it's like he's red, his heat vision's red. All of it's just like really, really anger. It seems like hers was cool, kind of, I don't know, like a girlyish, I guess you can say. I don't know, who knows? But what I loved about it was the color of it and the way that it looked. It looked amazing. It looked like it was on, the big screen. I loved it. The color palette. Every time that I tell you guys, when I watch these comic book TV series, I say, I miss Smallville. I miss Smallville. I miss Smallville. Well, damn it, Smallville is back. And the reason why is because the color palette, absolutely beautiful. I'm talking about refreshing. You're not seeing none of that darkness like Arrow does. You're seeing that refreshing goodness that the Flash does so well. But even the Flash has a color palette that is so closely related to Arrow. Now, what is good about this? The color palette changes throughout the entire series, man. And what I mean by that is like it gets really, really bright at sometimes, and then it goes really, really, really dark, and then it comes back to brightness, and it's just, I guess you can say it's the blue and the red. There you go. It feels different from Smallville. It absolutely 100% feels like its own TV series, and it's based inside of National City. Now, National City is not Metropolis. Metropolis is its own city. That's where Kal-El is at. That's where Kal-El is saving the day. Now, what's kind of strange about this is that I have never wanted to go to National City. Never wanted to hear anything about National City. Never cared at all. I don't think I've ever cared about any other DC comic city except Metropolis, to be honest. Maybe Star City. Maybe that, but that's kind of pushing it. But I think they did a great job, man. And that's what I love the most about it. Now, I got about 5 minutes left on this, and I think I'm going to cut it short, about 3. I'm going to go through the bad and the ugly real quick, all right? It's going to be really fast, man. We're just going to rapid fire. Bad CGI on Krypton, the fire behind Kara's mother, the lava, it just looked really, really bad. I think it shot up and then it froze in the air, so it's just bad CGI rendering. The young Kara, she just overacts, you know, it was like, I'm going to save her mother. No, we're done with that. Stop, all right? Just be normal, okay? The villain of the week, that potential because of the the Fort Ross situation, that's going to be bad if it's villain of the week. I don't want to see that. That's horrible storytelling, especially when you're trying to bring in so many iconic characters and you just waste them. The love interest, man. For me, man, Supergirl Carol, she does not know Jimmy long enough. I understand, as soon as you see somebody, sometimes love and whatever, but no, stop it. No, don't whore yourself out, okay? And you can tell it. And for some reason, I don't know, what is Superman? Did Kal-El say, yo, Jimmy, I like you, bro. Why don't you go down there and bang my cousin? Like, what was the reason why you sent him down there? I mean, everybody knows that. If you got like a hot cousin or whatever, you're not going to send some dude down there to mac on your cousin. It's just, I don't know. It's just weird, man. It's weird that Kal-El would do that. I mean, you still trust a dude, but the dude is a dude, and everybody knows a dude. I don't know if it's just because Kal-El's an alien and he just doesn't know, but Jimmy's trying to bone Kara, so whatever, man. Anyway, CGI fight scenes, man. When the CGI fight scenes mix with the live action and the transitional periods between CGI fight scenes and live action, really, really bad, man. It looks horrible, horrendous. It needs to stop. It needs to stop, or they're going to cancel the goddamn show, man. The jabs at men. There's a lot of jabs at men. I understand, I guess men have done some really crazy stuff, but there's just way too many jabs. It's going to turn a lot of dudes off to the show, man. Stereotypes. A lot of the dudes in there are stereotypical men. Don't like it. I'll be real with you, man. Even the military guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's brand new, Hank Henshaw, but he acts like he's the dude off of Homeland. It's ridiculous. The ugly, man. Acting. Even Melissa, man, Benoist, man, she has some strange facial expressions and some emotional scenes. It's just not up to par, man. Almost as bad as the dude that plays the Barry Allen on The Flash. Really, really bad. Just looking at his face and the way that he contorts his face and does all these crazy cry scenes. She does really great at crying and stuff like that, but it's just some weird contortions of the face, man. That's all I'm going to say, man. The ugly, again, is the CGI, man. There's a lot of bad CGI in this one. I'm going to be real with you. There's really great CGI, but when it gets bad, you know it immediately, man. Lots of jabs at men. Okay, I put that on there twice because it needs to be reiterated, man, all right? Stop with the man jokes and the jabs. It's enough, okay? And then sometimes it gets a little too preachy about women's rights and stuff like that. We've come a long way. We know that we have to go even further to rectify the wrongs that have been done to, minorities and women. We know that, okay? But the thing about Smallville, the thing about other shows that had a great message and stayed around for so long is that they said it, but they showed it in their action. More, less with words and more with action by showing positive female characters and positive images of other things and things that happen with current events. So hopefully that changes after the pilot episode. That's it for right now, man. I got to stop and then we'll start another podcast, guys. Thanks again for listening. Comment, like, subscribe, share this video. If you did watch the Supergirl pilot episode, let me know what you thought. And then hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this bad boy, man. I need your help, guys. We're trying to get to another goal, and that is 10,000 subscribers, man. I really appreciate it, man. We're out of here, guys. Thanks again.